Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the elders at Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akim that teach the truth and sincerity, and to the believers in Yahushai. Alright, my name is Barack Abad. This is another installment of GMS Rebuke Tempter. Today's topic is going to be on fear. Alright, fear and oh ye of little faith. Alright, to the Akim that don't have that much faith, thinking that the Lord ain't going to deliver them from their trials and tribulations or poverty or whatever affliction that you're going through, But, first and foremost, we're going to deal with fear. Because I seen the video with them crackers, the cops bust through their door, and the cops bust in their door and tased them and shit. Esau starting to feel what Jake's been feeling since Esau conquered us, all right? That we have no rights, and you Americans have no constitutional rights neither. But I want to deal with the topic of fear of, you got certain brothers that they want to go out, but they scared. They scared to go out because they scared of what they got to deal with. Or even when Jacob trouble come, when martial law, civil unrest, how you going to survive the race riots, how you going to survive the famine, how you going to survive whatever the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that's going to come upon America. How you going to survive these things? And that's fear. That fear is a demon, man. It's a demon that you got to fight off. And we're just going to get the scriptures to back up, to help you out and strengthen your shield and buckler, your sword and your shield and buckler. Your shield and your sword, your spiritual sword, shield and your sword, because that's how you're going to fight off Satan, all right, or the fiery darts of Satan, or how you're going to fight off that fear demon, how you're going to fight off whether you're going to survive race riots, famine, pestilence, the plagues that the Lord is going to bring upon America. All right? This is 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For the Most High have not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. All right? Read it again. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For the Most High have not given us a spirit of fear. When you look up the word fear in the Greek is Delilah, which means timidity, which means timid, all right? And we look up the word timid, it means lacking self-assurance. But we don't have self-assurance, all right? We don't believe in ourselves. We believe in a higher power, the power of Yahshua, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the power of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the power we believe upon. That's the thing we have assurance in. We have confidence, all right? We have confidence, meaning, we have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that He's going to be our defense. He's going to deliver us out of any tribulation that comes upon us. All right? That's the assurance we have. And it also means lacking self-courage. All right? And when you look up the word courage, the quality of mind or spirit that enables a person to face difficulty, danger, pain, etc., etc. All right? And you lack courage. All right? You lack in, let me read it again, the quality of mind or spirit that enables a person to face difficulty, danger, or pain. You lack the courage of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You lack faith. Oh, ye a little faith. That's why the disciples were getting cursed out the majority of the time, because they didn't believe the Lord was able to do the miracles that He said He was going to do for us. When Peter was walking on water, he started to trip because the water started to get shaky. He stopped. He lost faith that the Lord was going to hold him up, or whatever. There's many other examples in the scriptures where men lost faith or had lack of faith. That happens. All right, that happens because we're in the flesh, and the flesh is contrary to the spirit, and the flesh is weak. Okay, but you gotta pray, and you gotta gird your loins up like a man and fight that demon off, man. Fight that fear demon off. Okay. Courage, the quality of a mind or spirit that enables a person to face difficulty, danger, or pain. And being in this truth, that's danger, difficulty, and pain, man. Because we're contrary to this world, man. We're contrary to everything that's upheld in this world, okay? All right? We're hated. We're scoffed at, okay? We're at the bottom. Being Israelites, even being in this truth, we're hated. We're scoffed at, all right? People wave their hand at us, fan their hand at us, they talk shit at us, they try to spit on us, they try to do all manners of evil upon us for being in this truth. And that's going to happen in Jacob's trouble, man. You're going to be chased, you're going to be gunned down, okay? You're going to have people trying to come and kill you and your family, whatever the Lord's will be. All right. Okay. And coward. Coward means a lack of color. Coward means a lack of courage. That's all in the definition of fear. Okay. So the Lord didn't give us a spirit of lacking courage. All right. Having assurance in Him, being cowards. He didn't give us that spirit, man. But He gave us the spirit of power. And when you look up the Greek word for power, it means dunamis, all right, which means the ability to do or act, okay? Meaning power, having power over what you do, okay? Whether the Lord gave you the spirit to be a eloquent speaker, okay? Whatever the Lord gave you a speaker to the power to be a powerful edifier. The Lord gave you be a spirit to be you be able to project your voice when you speak or when you read. The Lord gave you spirit to heal, which means build Akim faith up, all right? Comfort Akim with the words that the Heavenly Father and the Son, okay? Be a hearer, okay? You hear our brothers' vexations, okay? That goes a part of healing, okay? Prophesying, brothers certain got the power of prophesying, be able to prophesy. That's in the scriptures. That's the power that He gave us, the power of the word, all right? The knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the scriptures. That's the power that He gave us. And of love, love goes back agape, which means brotherly love, affections towards the brotherhood. That's what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gave us. He didn't give us a spirit of fear. And you got to remind yourself that when you're going through your situations, you think you can't get out. He didn't give us the spirit of fear, okay? And of a sound mind. Sound mind, go back to the Greek, so parpharosimos. You can look it up on the blue letter, but it means self-control and moderation. Okay, being moderate in all things, having self-control. Okay, not bugging out or getting dismayed when you're going through your tribulations. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 12. For fear is nothing else but the betraying of the succors which reason offereth. All right, I'll read it again. For fear is nothing else but the betraying. When you look up the word betraying, it means a lack of faith, not having faith in something. Of the succors, meaning the help which is offereth. All right. For fear is nothing else but the lack of faith of the help which is with reason offereth, which Yahweh Bashem Yahushua give us, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is our help. This word is our help. This is our defense. This is our shield and buckler. This is our weapons of war. Okay, you have the lack of faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua guiding you or helping you, getting you out your situations. If you lost your job, all right. If you get kicked out the house, you're not able to keep up with your bills. You lack Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to help you out or get you out your dilemma or your situation. Okay, and the expectation within, meaning the thought of whatever the hell you're going through, the fear of what you're going through, the demons that you're fighting, okay, for the expectation from within being less, okay, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment, all right? So the thought that's within yourself, the thing that you know, your conscious, which could be demons that's talking to you through your own voice, all right, is less than actually what you're going through, all right? Like going out there in the highways and byways, for example. Brothers think they're going to get beat up, or somebody going to come up to them and confound them, or the cops are going to lock them up. When it's actually less, man, when you have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because if the Lord is with you, who could be against you, man? You know, if you go out there and being sincere towards teaching His word, towards feeding His flock, the Lord is going to be with you. He's going to protect you, man. He's going to defend you, man. All right? So that the thing is actually less of what you're going through than what you think it is. All right? Like, it's to get your head chopped off. All right? You in the guillotine, you know you about to die. You see it. All right? You see your death. All right? You see the blade that's going to cut your head off. But you tripping and bugging out and fearing that, then when it actually happens, which is in a matter of seconds, man. That death is a matter of seconds, okay? But that's an example right there, okay? But the point is not to fear, though. You know, don't get all tripped out. That's why I said lean not to your own understanding, all right? Seek Seek the scriptures. Go through the word of the Heavenly Father and see what the word says. Don't sit there and try to understand with your own mind, because that's how you get caught up, man. Because Satan could be talking to you through your own voice and you get deceived, okay? All right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. Okay? There have no temptation take you, but such is common to men. There's no temptation take you. When we look up the word temptation, it just means test. All right? It means test from the Most High, or a test of sin, okay? There's no temptation to take you, but such is common to men. So don't think you by yourself going through what you're going through. If you got Satan attacking your thoughts, don't think you're the only man Satan's attacking. If you lost your job, don't think you're the only brother that lost your job. If you got kicked out your house, don't think you're the only brother that got kicked out your house. If your woman left you, don't think you're the only brother, etc., etc. If your children got taken away, don't think you're the only brother. Can't keep up with your bills, don't think you're the only brother, man. Such is common to men, but Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted, to be tested above that ye are able. So the Lord ain't going to give you some test that's overbearing, because we in the flesh, we in this piece of shit punch buggy of a flesh. It feels overbearing. It feels like we can't deal with it. But what does the scripture say? That goes to show you, lean not to your own understanding. Because you think, oh, this shit is overbearing. How am I going to pay this bill? It's due Monday. How am I going to, I got to get some work. I got to find a job. Oh, they want me to cut my bed. Oh, I can't. You tripping yourself out, man. What did the scripture say? What did the Lord say? What did Yahweh Shem Yahushua say? Not what you think. What did Yahweh Shem Yahushua say? Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to you escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So even with all the hell that you're going through, you're going to be able to get out of it, all right? You're going to be able to overcome whatever the hell you're going through. Yeah, Salakia. That ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. And that's plain as day. So even though it thinks in your head, you think you can't deal with it, Yahushua has a way for you to get out of it. But this is only towards the elect. There's only cliques to the elect. Only elect going to receive this and understand this and believe in this. All right? Ain't no nigga in the world. You got niggas in the world that quote that scripture, but do they truly believe in it? Do they truly understand it? No, they don't. This is only for the elect. This is Jeremiah chapter 1. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 6. Then said I, Lord, power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. This is for the brothers that have a hard time, going out there to teach this word, okay? Jeremiah was a child. But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall say thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Whatsoever he command thee is out of this book, out of this word. All right, that's why you got to eat this whole roll and study to show thyself approved before you go out there and teach this word. Okay? Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. He said, don't be afraid of their faces. I don't give a fuck how big or how strong the nigga look or how grimy the nigga look. Don't be afraid of them, man. Who created them? Who's the creator of the heavens of the earth, man? Who created the sun and the moon and the stars? Who created the waters and the mountains? Not that nigga that looks grimy and dingy and dirty. So don't fear him, man. All right? Don't fear the cops. Who created them? You got to remember who's your creator, who's your power, man. Don't ever forget who's your power, Yasha Allah, man. Don't forget, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Don't ever forget that, man. All right? Then the Lord put his word, his hand, and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. This roll, this whole book, this entire book being the Old and New Testament. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down and to build and plant. Now Jeremiah didn't do that physically. He didn't root out and pull down and destroy and throw down and build and plant. He did that by speaking this word, man, by prophesying against them, man. All right, by sealing the seed of the word in the elect. That's how he did it, and that's how he brought down kingdoms, because he prophesied that kingdoms is going to be brought down. Okay. All right, that was it on that. This is Ezekiel chapter 2, Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 6. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dwellest among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. So that is, don't be afraid of these niggas, man. Don't be afraid of 2/3 when you go out there to teach. All right, even when you in the world, don't be afraid, man. Now that's not saying you see a gang of niggas and you start prophesying. You don't do no stupid shit like that, because don't tempt the Lord. All right, don't tempt the Lord, man. Don't sit there and think the Lord, because it ain't time for all that, man. There's a time and a place under the heavens to do these things. So don't see a gang of niggas and think you're just gonna start prophesying to them, or you see the cops, you're gonna start prophesying to them, man. There's a time under heaven for everything, and that ain't the time to do that. You know, don't tempt the Lord, because the Lord might just jack you up, man. Just let them niggas fuck you up, or let the cops lock you up. All right. But when you go out there and teach the word, don't be afraid, man. Don't be dismayed if you see a gang of niggas or cops walk by. You teach according to the word. You teach out this book. You don't teach according to your heart. Okay? This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 7. But this house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me, for all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Talking about 2/3, man. 2/3 is just hard-hearted, man. They won't hear the words of the Heavenly Father and His Son. Behold, I have made thee, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against theirs. So, yeah, how you do that? By being rooted in this word, man. That's how you make your face hard and make your face strong, because you understand that you're rooted in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You understand that the Lord wouldn't let nothing happen to you. Okay, He wouldn't forsake you if you keep His word and deal faithfully unto Him. Okay, and if you fear His name. Okay. All right. And thy forehead strong against their foreheads, as adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. There you go. All right. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 7, verse 6. So that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. So you ain't supposed to fear whatever the hell, like I said, whatever the hell comes your way. All right, when the time comes, when martial law comes, and there's martial law comes, and there's curfews, and you know the cops is looking for you. You got they looking for you to kill you or to throw you into concentration camp, or the race wars is happening, and people next door to you are dying. Women are getting raped. Don't be dismayed or feared, man. Have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Have faith. All right. So we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. So you ain't gonna fear whatever happens to you, because you understand through the word of the Heavenly Father and Son that the Lord is sanctified. If you die in this truth, know that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is sanctified. If you get thrown into the concentration camp, know that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is sanctified. So whatever cup, all right, whatever cup or whatever your lot is, or whatever cup the Lord gives you to drink, know that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is sanctified, all right? And hope and pray that He has mercy upon you, all right? That you are part of His elect, okay? You ain't going to fear what man's going to do unto you, man, because you understand that the Lord already told you this was going to happen. And only the elect believes that. Only the elect believes that blessed is he that persecuted for my name's sake. Only the elect believes that, man. Okay? This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse Salah. 3, verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. And who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good? Who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good, man? Showing you, this is more scriptures. This is why, let me just get it. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 18. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. This is Yahushua comforting y'all, man. Them of a feeble heart, them of a feeble mind, man. You supposed to be comforted, man. Understand that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to defend you, man. He's going to be with you, man. The elect. He's going to be with the elect of you. So just continue doing what you're doing, man. Doing the work. Pray fast, man. Continue to labor, man. Do the labor of love. Fight the good fight of faith, man. Just continue, man. You know? Don't have no doubt. Don't have no doubt in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Alright? Don't have no doubt, man. Keep fighting, man. This is a never-ending battle until the kingdom comes, man. Till we can get our hands on these damn devils, man. Upon our oppressors. Okay? This is Psalms chapter 27. Psalms chapter 27. Verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? This is Psalms chapter 27, a song of David. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Now David, out of all people, as much battles and wars David been in, and how men was hunting him down, even his own people. King Saul himself was hunting him down. Alright? He should know, alright? He's been through it. He's been tried out. He's been experienced, seasoned in such a thing as being fearful or having fear for his life. Okay? The Lord is my light and my salvation. Of whom shall I fear? The Lord is my strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Esau, and the other nation, those are his enemies, and those are our enemies. And my foes came up upon me to eat my flesh. They stumbled and fell. Why? Because Yahweh Shah, because he was in the secret place of the Lord. He was in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? They stumbled and fell. Though a host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise up against me, in this will I be confident. Why he should be confident? Because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, he's confident in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And he was told by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah that he was going to go to war with these other nations, man. So the house of the Heavenly Father could be built up. That's why he had confidence, man. He had confidence in his power because he remembered the days of old, man. He remembered what his forefathers been through. How the Lord was on their side. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is with them. With Israel, Yasha Allah, and no other nation, man. One thing have I desire of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and inquire in his temple. Alright? For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in the pavilion. We look up the word pavilion, means tent. Okay, in the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me upon a rock. Alright? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is going to cover his men. He's going to defend his men. Okay, this is Psalms chapter 34, verse 17. The righteous, Salah 7. Psalms chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and deliver them. The elect believes that. The elect, like as of right now, I believe that the Lord has angels over me, protecting me over my daily struggles, my daily battles, and my infirmities that I fight every day. Okay? I believe that the Lord has angels, messages over me, protecting me. And I believe that the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah has messages and angels protecting Ya'akim, the elect of Ya'akim. Okay? I believe it. Why? Because it's in the Word. The Word is life. The Word is truth. Okay? This is Sirach chapter 2. Sirach chapter 2, known as Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear, and was forsaken? Of whom did he ever despise, and that called upon him? The Lord ain't going to forsake none of his, man. He ain't going, like the scriptures say, not one shall drop out of his hand, man. He ain't going to forget about not one of his sheep, not one of his chosen. Because the Father made sure that the Son, Yahweh Shah, had that down pat, man. He made sure that none of the sheep, none of the elect was going to be forsaken or forgotten, man. You know? So you shouldn't have no fear, man. Remember the generations of old. Look at the Maccabees, brothers. Okay? Until the Lord sanctified for them to go. Alright? Look at the Yahweh Shah himself. He stood Because you got to remember, Yahweh Shai is the one that issues death, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the ones that issues death. So if you die, know that it was sanctified by the Lord. It was your time to go, okay? It was your time to leave this earth. It's plain and simple, man. What's so hard to understand that? You're not going to stay any longer. I don't give a damn if you the herbal king and you know you in the best shape. Most High can have your ass die from a bee sting. You understand? If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It's that plain and simple. But only the elect understands that. Only that clicks to the elect. 2/3 of you niggas, Latinos, and African they ain't gonna get that, man. When it's your time to go, you're gonna go. If it's time for your family to go, they're gonna go. There's nothing you can do about it. Who art thou to reply against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah? Can the creation tell the thing that formed it, why has thou formed me thus? No, it can't, man. You can't reply against the Most High and the Son, man. So if it's your time to go, you're going to go. If it's time for your kids to go, they're going to go. If it's time for your loved ones to go, they're going to go, man. Seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Okay? This is Sirach chapter 41, verse 3. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee. That's a cold cut, man. So don't get caught up about if you get thrown in a concentration camp. The Lord sanctified. You know, if you have faith, maybe he'll deliver you. Maybe you won't die. Because he promised us there'll be some of us that shall not taste of death. Okay? But he said some. He didn't say all. He didn't say majority. He said some. Okay? Plain and simple. Read it again. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee. Remember Moses. Moses, that's a great example, man. He didn't go into the promised land. Wasn't he the mediator for Israel and the Most High back then? Didn't he give Israel the commandments? Didn't he read Israel the commandments? Okay. Did he make it into the promised land? No, because what he did, man. All right. He didn't glorify the Lord when he had to give Israel the water. And it was his time to go. That's it. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee. Then you got thrown into the lion's den. I forgot the 3 men named, but they got thrown into the fire and they came out. Okay, untouched or unharmed or unburnt. Okay, and there's many examples in the scriptures, man. And many wars that David went through. And the rest of the kings of Israel, that the righteous kings of Israel. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. All right, Joseph was a prisoner in Egypt, man. Okay. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee and that come after. For this is the sentence of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai over all flesh. All right. This is my last one. Yeah, so like I said, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It's plain and simple. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 41. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with thy right hand of my righteousness. His right hand being Yahweh Shai, the right hand of Yahweh is Yahweh Shai. Okay? I will uphold thee with thy right I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, they that were increased against thee shall be ashamed and confounded, they shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them and shall not find them. Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing, and a thing is of naught. For I, Yahweh, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord. And thy Redeemer, being Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of Israel, behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth that shall thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills into chaff, man. Plain and simple, man. I got another one, man. But that's plain and simple, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to be with us. He's going to deliver us. Remember the days of old. Remember the Maccabees, brother, how they used to always look into the past. And remember how the Lord delivered Israel whenever we was on his good side, when we kept his Lord's statutes and commandments. Okay? This is Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he shall And he that is feeble among them shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the power, and the angels of the Lord before them. Yeah, the feeble amongst y'all, the ones that think they ain't that bad as other brothers, or they ain't as strong as other brothers. The feeble is going to be as David. You read the works of David, man, how he got down. Remember, they said Saul killed thousands, but David killed tens of thousands, all right? David leaped over hills, and, he leaped over buildings and shit, you know? Like, the point of this show is to fear not. Have no fear. Have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. You know? Have faith, Akim. Stay strong, man. You know? You shouldn't fear whatever comes to you. You shouldn't fear famine, because the Lord said, let me get it real fast. Yeah, Spirit just wants to keep going, man. This is Psalms chapter 22. This is Psalms chapter 22, verse 26. The meek shall eat and be satisfied. They shall praise the Lord that seek him. Your heart shall live forever, man. Ye shall eat and be satisfied. That's the scripture that's going to come to your mind when the famine comes, man. When you go through the race riots, that's the scriptures that will come to your mind. Don't fear death. And if it's my time to go, it's my time to go, man. Have faith, man. Oh, ye a little faith, man. Don't just read Matthew the 6th chapter, man. Read Matthew the 6th chapter, verse 30. Let me see. Wait, verse 19 on down to the end of the chapter, man. That covers all grounds, man. Having a want or anything, clothes, money, whatever, clothes, shelter. The Lord got you covered, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh got you covered, man. Have faith, okay? The Lord's going to get you through your trials and tribulations and the Jacob's trouble. You know, with that, you know, I want to say all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, double honors to the elders at Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akim that's teaching the truth and sincerity of the believers. And, you know, endure hardness as a good soldier and keep fighting the faith, the good faith. Shalom.